Hey, good morning. We are now 7 days into the 2020s. The is still here. Australia's questionable. By the way, this morning I was going to write a blistering thing about. We haven't heard anything from Donald Trump about the horrible, terrible, disgusting, not disgusting, but, well, it is disgusting when you think about it. The fires in Australia. There have been some heavy rains there last couple of days. It kind of eased things down a little bit, and we here in Southern California understand, you know, when you're hoping for rain to come down to sort of like help to take the fire down a little. I was going to post a really blistering whatever about Donald Trump has not said anything about the fires. And this morning, though, you know, about 5 minutes after I woke up, Donald Trump has offered his assistance and America's assistance in trying to fight the fires, and good for him. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When this president does something even halfway good, we should praise him and say, good job, Mr. President. More of that, please. I mean, most of the stuff he does is atrocious and horrible and disgusting and vomit-inducing, but when he does something good, let him know. You know, positive reinforcement and all that crap. If you have been watching this, you've noticed that our little live get-togethers now have a brand new look. And some of the things that we want you to follow are in bigger type so you can actually follow them. You can follow us on YouTube at Radio Don, the number 1. You can follow us here. I need to take care of that. Let me see if I can. Okay. Yeah. We don't have to worry about that anymore. If you want to follow us on Twitter and Periscope, there it is in front of you. And if you want to help us get better equipment and pay some bills and stuff like that, paypal.me/radiodon is right there in front of you. You can write it down and take care of whatever you have to take care of. This morning, I've been trying to figure out how to explain how I lost my best friend in the whole world. And I should have said something in a title this morning, and I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that on YouTube in post, as they say. So let's go all the way back to, I think it was it was the Thursday before New Year's, or the day before New Year's, whenever Don Imus died. Don Imus, the controversial shock jock talk show host, MSNBC fixture, last paying job was for WABC in New York, passed away at the age of 79 due to the mounting health problems he's had for 30 years. And the Huffington Post, or HuffPost, puts out a tweet that says, talk show host and known racist Don Imus fired. And I responded to that simply. Known racist, question mark, hashtag screw Ryzen. A little aside to the fact that Verizon not only is running what used to be called the Huffington Post, but is running it into the ground like they've done almost everything they have done under the auspices of Oath. The only thing they haven't screwed up, thank God, is Yahoo Mail, which is still the best email client in the world, in my opinion. I can actually get rid of stuff in bulk on Yahoo Mail, as opposed to Gmail and all the other things that try to be Gmail. But that's besides the point. Anyway, I said that. And my friend says, so you approve of Don Imus's racist comments? Did you read the article? And I didn't, so I did read the article, and it had a couple of other things. And they selectively posted a whole bunch of stuff that made Don Imus seem like he is probably the East Coast president of the Ku Klux Klan. Only two things out of a career of slamming everybody and every race and every creed and every non-creed for 5 decades. My problem wasn't, the known racist part. That probably could have come in under commentary. It's the fact that it was a news article that could have mentioned, it is imperative that you mention the Rutgers thing and the Nappy Fest, and I'm not even going to go into that. Because on the day he died, NH was trending higher than Don Imus, which pretty much gives a pretty good idea about this country, but that's another story. And I said, it doesn't really matter to me. And I am African American, as some of you have probably figured out by past videos. I am African American. And it is going to expose their ignorance sometime within a 3-month period, at least. Thankfully, that it has gone from every 3 days to every 3 months. We've made some progress. Well, one thing led to another, and she said, and my friend said, I'm blocking you here on Twitter because you have lost your mind. I don't know if you've ever lost a friend or not. But as I said this morning on Instagram, if you've lost a friend, and a part of you is not, torn inside because you've lost said friend, then did you ever have a friend to begin with? To me, friends are like marriage. They're sacred. And sometimes friends have disagreements. Sometimes friends need to take a vacation from each other. And you can mute them for whatever reason. But the block is so final and so, I don't know. Now, for many years, I have said that people need to grow tougher skin and, you know, find somebody who does stem cell research and see if you can actually grow a spine you can use. Because we've got snowflakes on all sides these days, and don't give these those all sides. Yeah, I'm sorry, they do. They are. And there are a lot of things I can say about this person. I said I'm not going to do that because um, saying those things would be beyond petty. But this is where we are now. You disagree at one point with somebody, or you're friends with someone who what you are supposed to believe in, and you're banned, you're ostracized. This is what has happened to us, and I get rid of the belief in my head that this is all organized by somebody or some force that wants us to be at our throats. Now, the thing is, I don't believe it's from Russia myself. And I can go into about 3 hours about why I feel that way. Um, I mean, I can tell you to go Google Putin evangelicals, and you'll get about 10 years worth of stuff that says, what? I didn't know this. But let's just say that I believe that this is something that somebody wants. They want us all at our throats, not just disagreeing, but to a point where we are disagreeing to, we're basically trying to kill each other about it. There have been stories about people who actually killed somebody, started fights, whatever, over politics. Yeah, that has happened before, but not in the volume that is happening today. Somebody wants us at each other's throat. Someone wants us to eschew relationships, friendships, marriages, family relationships over stupidity. And yes, it's not right, but we continue to engage it. They're engaging it here on Periscope and YouTube. They're engaging it on Twitter and Facebook. They're engaging it all over the place. And there's really a two-pronged thing. If you want to keep your friendships, just keep your mouth shut. Or if you don't care about your friendships, you basically keep talking. There's a few people, because yes, things that you probably don't agree with. And yes, views that you probably have never heard before. And those are my beliefs. I'm not going to apologize for them. I mean, I've had people call me the liberal version of Alex Jones a couple of times. No big deal. No big S. But when I'm able to, I will continue to speak out. And one way or the other, I'm going to do more of that. Or you have been. but losing a friendship still hurts. This is a person that I poured my entire life to. This is a person who has kept me sane over the last 3 years, because I live in a situation that I can't really accept without some sort of preconceived notion about me and my situation. And this person listened to me, and this person was my number one cheerleader. And we're no longer friends because I said something stupid. And there's a part of me that wishes I could take all that back. I wish I never mentioned anything on Twitter that day. But then that's what the bad guys want too. They want me silent, and they want you silent. We have so many people who are on YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, Facebook, MeWe, all the other platforms that are out there that a lot of people don't know about. So most of them, frankly, are clickbait anyway. But you have a voice and you have a mind, and you need to speak your mind, whether you agree with me or not. One of my other best friends just happens to be a MAGA person. And she's going to start a podcast. And God bless her for doing that. Because she's got stuff that she wants to say. I don't agree with it. But she should be able to speak out. People should be able to speak out. And yes, there are repercussions. Yes, you can say, you are stupid, crazy, whatever. But people should be allowed to speak, whether they agree with you or not. That is the essence of what I used to think was free speech in America. You say something outside of what you're thinking, and you should be banned. You should be canceled. F that. Cancel my ass. If you don't agree with me, you've got a whole lot of things. And unfortunately, one of those is banning, but is blocking. But guess what? I'm still going to keep talking. If your skin is so thin that if I say something you don't agree with, that's not my problem, that's yours. Similar situation happened last week. I guess for a lot of you, if I mention the name Tucker Carlson in general, your blood pressure would probably spike. Well, after that, the little assassination adventure that Donald Trump put our name to last week, Carlson says, "Hey, wait a second, we should be in this war. This is crazy." I mean, it's all over the internet. You can probably find. And I was happy he said it. I'm not necessarily in love with most of the things he says, but I'm happy he said it. Not just because, he actually said something that made sense this week, but the fact that he said it. Everybody went nuts. Everybody lost their lunch over this. The right lost their lunch because, oh, wait a second, you're not supposed to talk like Rachel Maddow. Forgetting the fact that he used to work over at MSNBC and that he used to be Keith Olbermann and Rachel Maddow's BFFs over there. People kind of keep forgetting that. Also, people keep forgetting that Roger Ailes actually created MSNBC, but that's another story. And on the right, it's like, whoa. I agree with Tucker Carlson. I can't think. My brain's about to explode. Sometimes people are going to say things that you agree with, that you generally do not. Nod your head, say it, say thank you, and be done. Sometimes people are going to say things that you don't agree with. Tell them I think you're nuts to go on. But it's like everybody's lunch got lost because Tucker Carlson actually decided to think for themselves. That's the lethal thing. Thinking for yourself is the most deadly thing you can do in this society today. Thinking for yourself. And I thought for myself. And I lost my best friend. I'm sure there's a lesson to this somewhere, I don't know. But I think more people should think for themselves. And more people should express those thoughts. And that's all I have to say. One last thing before I end this half hour of rambling. Yes, I would love to have people who watch this and enjoy it or comment. If you are going to comment, please be kind in the comments over on YouTube. And occasionally, I don't know what I'm going to say when I push broadcast. All I want to say is for those people who do listen, for all those people who do manage to get to at least the middle, thank you. It's been a hard year, and last week has been a really hard week. The fact that some of you are staying around, I appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to go away for the day. Thanks very much. Take care.